What's happening, everybody? Of course, it's your host, Brink Young, and you are tuning in to the most award-winning talk show in Memphis. And since we just started airing in Atlanta on Comcast Channel 29, we about to be the most award-winning talk show in Atlanta, too. The trophies are in the back. You see them. Hey, they posted up. They just like my co-host, looking so beautiful. I'm talking about Brink TV. Now, to not just your TV set, we got a new face on the couch. But y'all know who he is because he's a legend. It's not every day that I get a legend on the couch, man. It's not every day that I get to kick it with a legend. But I do get to do that with the legendary Producer Blackout. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm great, man. Thanks for having me, bro.
Man, it means a lot to have you in this place, in this facility, in this building. Why? Because, like I say, man, man, it's like being around royalty right now, man. We got to go ahead and get this thing going. So let's go ahead and talk about you as a person, man. Where are you coming from? I know it's Memphis, right?
Right.
What part?
Well, from North Memphis,
okay,
to be exact. Binghamton, to be even more exact.
Okay.
Yeah, so, yep.
Okay.
For sure.
That's what's up. All right, so, man, how did you get your start in music, brother? How did you start producing?
Of course, well, I grew up from a musical background, music family, band, in the school band, played drums in church, the usual. Actually with this keyboard in church,
okay,
that I used to always play around on it. You can make the sounds, record a sound,
right.
Put another sound over it. So that was my first little kind of, glimpse into the production.
So you was already tracking out already?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know if it was tracking out then, but I know I was doing something.
I was doing something. Okay.
Yeah, so just growing up in the church, playing drums, musical background, my mom, going to band rehearsals with my mom, me and my brother, Terrell.
Gotcha.
Shouts out to Terrell, that is my actual brother,
Literal.
Yeah, man, we just grew up around that music. That was my first really introduction into it, as far as being around it. But that keyboard in church, man, that playing that sound and was able to record another sound on top of it.
Right.
Yeah, I couldn't wait till everybody got the sanctuary. I'll get up out of here.
Yeah.
I got something I gotta do. So.
You finna turn up. Okay. Yeah, you turning the church into a trap house, homie. I mean, what's going on?
It was dead in band. Of course, I was in the band. 7 through 12, got a scholarship, TSU.
Okay.
Never did go.
Wow.
I mean, bummer, but I started making a little bread young, doing what I was doing. I was kind of like the first, in the area, doing it, in my area.
Yeah.
Money was pretty good, and then, started getting a lot of notoriety for it, and everything else is history.
All right, so since we talking about history, man, we talking about Memphis history. You are mostly known for the track "Nobody Needs Nobody." You made that, man.
Nobody needs nobody.
As I was telling you off camera, a few years back, the Brink TV Show did a countdown. We reached out to the viewers. We was like, hey, what are the top 10 timeless Memphis bangers, like rap bangers?
True.
And the very number one song was "Nobody Needs Nobody." And like I say, I've actually had the chance to have Gangsta Black on this couch.
Correct.
And hey, I gotta complete that trio.
GB, shout out to GB, man.
Still waiting on Player Fly, but hey, I got 2 out of that trio on the couch, man. So how does it feel to make such a legendary song that, like I say, it stands the test of time? We 20 years out now?
Yeah, true that.
Or more.
I did that. I was like 18, 18 max.
Yeah.
When I did the track for that one. Yeah, we was actually, it started because they was actually working on a project before we did the Moving On with Fly. Because I did the first one, the Flash.
Yeah.
That was the first one I did, form or whatnot, the majority of the tracks and all that. And from that relationship, I ran into Black, just kind of, I was already just making noise in the hood, the Blackout Dream World and the Player Posse and, my brother Terrell, of course, all that type of stuff. So linked up with Fly early on. We was chopping it up. I was still in high school, actually, when I met Fly.
Okay.
And from there, that's when I got introduced to Black. And we just started working together, man. Because like I said, I had my own little thing with Snub Nose. Shouts out to Snub Nose, Music Juice, Eli.
Juice, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My cousin, that's my family.
Okay.
So I was doing that, doing the Snub Nose, the Maze Road Cartel, and I had the Player Posse with Terra, Lil E, Waco, Slim, Big O. You know, y'all know the names. Check the history on that. But yeah, so met Fly, did the Fly.
Yeah.
You know, that was the first one. I left town, was doing some work. You know, that's when me and my cousin, we was all in Texas and working with, you know, some people out there, and got back to Memphis. And Fly, he had left 3-6 or whatever.
Right.
And you know, it was like, we linked it and got it with Black. They was working on a project, and we dropped Nobody Needs Nobody.
Yeah.
You know, originally at another guy's studio. I think his name was Harold Bean.
Okay.
And we dropped that, and after that, you know, I kind of didn't hear nothing back about it. I was like, what we doing? You know,
Yeah.
and I was all excited about working on it.
Right.
Playing Fly and Gangsta Black. You know?
Gotcha.
And then, so, say about maybe some months, a little less than a year, Fly started working on the Moving On, and then the song came back up again.
Right.
You know, because they was trying to find something they can do together on that project, on Moving On.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, and we went back in and dropped it at Free Toe Studio.
Okay.
It was in the Mound.
Okay.
Free Toe, shout out to Rusty. If anybody remember Rusty, you know, so I know a lot of the new guys, you know, it was back in the day, you know what I'm talking about. So we re-dropped it there, and it was a good thing we did, because the like, it's a song, if y'all, it's in the song, it's a break where Gangsta Black, you know, just, you know, Black Hood and Beauty.
Right.
There was actually a mistake.
Really?
Yeah, because the first original version had the music playing through on that part.
Okay.
But you know, we used to, if y'all familiar with this, we used to have to drop the sounds out track for track on the Big Boi and whatnot.
Right.
So I bring my little equipment to the studio, we drop it out, do the passes and whatnot, and then for some reason I forgot to loop the music around to that part, and I didn't really realize it until they played the full track back, and I'm sitting there like, but everybody in the studio, they
was rocking,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Black part came up on their part, man, and you know, cause it's a great song. Fly bumped it, Black bumped it, but you know, Bill Chill,
man,
rest in peace, Bill Chill,
most definitely,
good dude. He kept us crunk in the studio. And there was Fly's Pops, obviously, of course. Everybody, you know, who follow us know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, good dude. He used to give me a lot of inspiration in the studio, give me a lot of little game. Hey, you know.
Right.
But anyways, we sitting there and they played it back. I'm like, wow, that joint sound better than the first time.
Yeah.
We all knew it was gonna be a good joint.
And to be honest, that rarely happens where you re-drop the same song twice. It rarely happens that it sounds better than the first. Because usually, like me as a listener, I fall in love with the first version. Sometimes I fall in love with the pre-mix, and then when I hear the mix, I be like, I like the raw one.
The more original, off the hip, more organic. Yeah, but it most definitely got organic in the that day though, for sure. It just, the vibes was good. We was vibing, man. We was young, having fun with it, and we didn't know it was gonna be that you know, do what it did. You know, stand the test of time, like you said, 20 years later. Right. People throw it on, it still come on the radio.
Man, the checks are still rolling in for that. Yes.
They turn, you know, God bless, you know. They turn up on them. I be in the club low key, you know. I mean, I be in St. Louis, Atlanta. It don't even matter, bro. I was somewhere one day. I was like, they really playing this song here? Right. And the people, same reaction every time. It's not like, you know, I be in St. Louis and they play, and black people be like, nah, they playing in St. Louis. People be like, that's right. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, it was a blessing. I thank God for it. You know, shouts out to all the fans. You know.
Let's talk about some of the other artists that you work with, man, because I'm pretty sure that song, you know, as well as your talent, you know, led you to work with a lot of other like mainstream artists and all that too. So let's go ahead and kind of just speak on a few names you've worked with.
Correct. I work with pretty much everybody. Most of the artists I work with usually be the up and coming. I like to catch them, you know. Grind mode, you know, not too, you know, got the big head.
Ego.
Yeah,
I already know.
I'm going with it.
Because
I know how we get, man. I remember I had this one group I dealt with. They went through the whole unsung story like in 1 year. The album with the songs were dope. They got the good, you know, the shows went crazy. They had to split up and internal turmoil, you know, and it was like, oh, bro.
Where they at now?
You know, I mean, they still rocking. You know, they broke, you know, individual, you know, but yeah, man, I run across that. But to answer your question, pretty much, you know, most up-and-coming artists is Zed Zilla.
Yeah.
Y'all know that name. I've worked with Yo Gotti, of course y'all know that name. Snooty Wild, of course y'all know that name. And shouts out to my boy Kia Shine. You know, I work with Shine. Y'all might know him. Y'all should know him from Memphis. You know, he was featured in the movie Superfly, of course. You know, he doing a lot right now on the acting scene. But shouts out to Shine. You know, we've been in the lab working. We got some new music coming. I work with Big Boi from Outkast.
Okay.
That's probably like the biggest that I can think. You know, for me,
Right.
probably the biggest check I got too. But
Okay.
Big Boi from Outkast. I did a joint from him. Shouts out to my boy Renegade L Ray too. ATL. You know, he signed with Big Boi down at Snake on Your Studios. He the one that helped me actually get the track with Big Boi and all that. So, shouts out to him. That's Renegade L Ray. I'll be checking out for him. Let's see, I got my artist, Reggie Edwards. You know, R&B artist. Got my son coming out. That's BOL TJ. You know, I've been working on his project, been developing his sound and all that. So he's gonna get ready to come to the forefront. Let's see what else I got, man. I got Santana, Tastic, Miami Main, IEUE. Shouts out to IEUE, ENT. Yeah, I work with Skinny Pimp, of course. Skinny Pimp. That's my guy right there. Shout out to Skinny Pimp. You know, Tommy Wright. That's back in the days.
Yeah. TW3, baby. Yeah.
Shout out to Tommy. Let's see, of course, my brother Terror. You know, so a lot of people, man. Y'all forgive me. I can't. You know, it's a lot going on.
What's happening, everybody? I'm Brink Young, host of the most award-winning talk show in Memphis and the Mid-South, Brink TV. And of course, these are my awards. But let me cut to the chase. When was the last time that you were on television to promote your music or your business on a talk show that airs in Memphis and Atlanta? You can't answer that, can you? Well, the Brink TV Show airs each and every Tuesday night, Comcast Channel 29 in Atlanta, Georgia, and every Tuesday night, Comcast Channel 31 Memphis, Tennessee. So if you rap, sing, model, you're a comedian, or if you have your own business, we invite you to the Brink TV Show. So go ahead, go to BrinkTVShow.com for more information. So I want you to kind of walk me through the beat making process for you. Because, I mean, do you start with kicks, snares? I mean, like, do you start with the drums? Do you start with the melody? Like, how does that work for you?
Usually for me, honestly, first of all, I'm just inspired musically. You know, I see music and everything, first of all.
Yeah.
But my process is kind of unique. You know, it's not really the same thing every time. You know, I might just be sitting there playing with some sounds, you know, experimenting. What did this do? What, you know, seeing what the machine actually do.
Right.
I start from that end of it, and then the ideas just start to come. You know, it might be, I might start with some keys, play around with some keys, and some melodies. You know, melodies. Excuse me. Drums. I might hear a snare drum. I might be like, "Ooh, that's a hard snare." Right. And I hear the whole beat in my head just from the snare. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or I just might hear some type of weird effect, you know, and I'd be like, "Ooh, that'd be hard if I could just, you know." Right. But yeah, it's usually because I'm also a drummer. Okay. You know, that's what I got the scholarship for TSU for. Right. In which I never did go. My band teacher, you know, he wasn't too pleased with that one. But
but look at the results, though, man.
I don't think nobody and some of the stuff that these fans really into would have never happened. You know what I mean? Right. It may or may not have happened, but But yeah, man, my process is interesting. I might sit at the drum set, practice, and I might hear a beat like, "Ooh, that'd be dope if I can just," you know what I mean? Yeah. So, yep, it did, you know. But one question, especially for most of the sound, people know me for the psycho sound. Right. Yeah. You know, I got the player sound, the player. You know, I try to. That's one thing about it as well. Let me cut you.
You cool. You cool.
I work with different artists, right? And sometimes. Another one of my processes is if I'm feeling something off of you, I turn that into the music. Right. And that's why, like, people will be asking me, like, is it the same Blackout who did the Snub Nose? Right. Is it the same Blackout who did the Player Fly? Or is it the same Blackout who produced for Terror? Or are you the same Blackout who? And yes, I'm the same Blackout. Yeah. It's just that different strokes for different folks. If I feel a vibe, you know, and I'd be like, "Ooh, I'll probably give him something like this," because I know it fit right with his swag. You feel me? Yeah. And that's usually what inspired me. You know what I'm saying? It's the music and the components, but it's usually the other stuff. You know what I mean? For me personally. You know?
I feel you. I feel you. One question I do have for you, like, with you coming from an actual, like, legitimate musical background, we're talking about keyboards, we're talking about actual drums, maybe MPCs, drum machines, and all of that. Like, as the digital age began to emerge,
I love it.
You love it. See that's what I'm trying to go with.
I love it. I get a lot of my peers. They be like, man, you rocking with the FL studio.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro. The last probably 100 beats I made, FL Studio.
Love it.
Because I had this and I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't like an easy transition, you know. They would try to get me on it, and you know, I'm coming up from my era. I'm like, man, what is that? Look at that stuff out of here. You know what I'm saying? That little toy, you know. We walk in the studios with the keyboards and the drum machines, you know, and honestly, even in my era, coming through, you know, because I was kind of young, and I was like 15, 16 years old in these studios.
Gotcha.
But you know, I had grinded up on like a little keyboard drum machine, and I just learned it in and out, and it was probably looked at as probably like the newer equipment that was getting ready to, you know, for my era. So, and I took it and mastered that, and I kind of, you know, of course, you know, you growing up, you get stuck in your ways, you know, and they kept, you know, I started seeing all this changes, digital stuff. I see it was more easier, and the discs got smaller because you used to walk in there with the floppies and the zip drives and the big hard drive. You know, and I started seeing the stuff get smaller and more compact. I was like, what is that? You know, the USB.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. So I had this guy, I had a computer, right, that I used to do like a little, just a little work on, a little side work, and save songs and stuff in it because I was using it for that.
Right.
And I had this little young guy that used to work on my computer for me. And every time he gave my computer back, it'll have FL Studio on it, you know, FL Studio. So I tried it, played around with it. I'm like, well, that's cute. You know, I see what they're doing with it. And one day he sent me a track that he had made on it because I had my brother and him, I did a song on it, and I pulled it up in the big board, and that thing was hitting hard. And I was like, hold on. So these are the ways, you know. So I started messing around with it, and just kind of like it just grew on me, man. You know, grew on me, and I started noticing I was trying to, you know, incorporate the other little, you know, keyboards, you know, with it, you know, have it knitted up in USB, but I would always just keep because it was just, you know, easier. You know, so put the laptop in the back, you know, in the bag, you know, and hit the studio and just turn up.
So the equipment transformed from all this stuff, keyboards and beat machines, to just a tiny little laptop.
True, and see a lot of these, like I work with a lot of the younger producers, they don't even realize that a lot of these VSTs and little, you know, sound stuff they use is actually was a piece of hardware. At one point in time. And I was talking to this young guy. He was like, "Oh, real?" I was like, "Yeah, man, that's an actual tangible, you know, piece of equipment." You know what I mean? Because it was keyboards, of course, you know, and the Insonics and the Korg, which I, you know, produced on. I'm gonna give y'all the ghost now. Everything, nobody needs nobody. Everything, the Psycho Sound, the Player Posse, the Terror, Korg X3. DR660. That's it. And
it's crazy, like they could just email you a sound pack.
Man, I remember the first time I was in the studio with LC and Chicken.
Sweat the Track, my guys.
They were over there at the Trap House.
Man, legendary Trap House on Union. Woo.
And that's when I was really getting into my transition then, as far as, you know, switching the equipment all the way to digital. And one of the guys, they worked with Mike Will at the time, and I was surprised they knew who I was and whatnot. They was giving me props. And one of the guys, he was like, "Man, I need that sound pack for Nobody Needs Nobody. Where the kit? Where the drum kit?" And I was thinking, I said, "What do you mean with a drum kit?" Because in my era, we like, hold on, get away from my drum kit. You know what I mean?
Exactly. These my drum. This is my sound.
And then it's like you said, I go online now, and there's just sound packs and templates, and it's just slot your own thing in, and you don't really have to get as creative, you know. And, you know, not to knock the youth and what they're doing now, but, you know, because they're still making it happen, making it work, but... Yeah, I tell them all the time, boy, we used to have to work. Man. We had to work, man.
I promise, like, you know, first time I got a sound pack, and I was like, man, that's that 3-6 Mafia snare. Oh, man, I'm finna burn that up.
Hey, you know what? I was kind of a little happy about that, too. I was like, I used to love that shit. Paul and them used to use that. I could never find it, though. You know what I mean?
And you try to replicate it and make something that sound like it, but you just couldn't do it. I don't know what they used, but, man, when I got that 3-6 Mafia snare.
Paul and them, a lot of people don't know. I used to like Squeaky, shout out DJ Squeaky. A lot of them guys, when I was coming up in high school, so they was already out. You know
Right,
what I mean?
definitely.
And I would just sit and study, and I'd be like, man, how did he get that bass? And
Yeah.
especially with Squeaky, he used to have all that bass and just boo boo boo.
Right.
Like, hey man, when I bought my equipment, I was like, my stuff don't just sound like that. But it was a good thing because that's what helped me form my own sound. I had to learn how to work with what I had and turn it into what I wanted to.
Let's go ahead and talk about Blackout music, man. Let's talk about that, man. What it is. Tell the people.
Music. Well, it's something I came up with. It's kind of a spinoff. We had the Snub Nose music, you know, but that was with my family as a whole.
Juice, right.
Yes, shouts out to my family again. I decided to, you know, because it was just so much going on with me personally, I had to kind of just set some type of identity to where it's just, okay, Blackout music, you feel me? Right. And, you know, me and my cousin, my business partner, Rock, you know, we kind of came up with that little concept, and we starting that up, and we got some artists we trying to, you know, attach on to, assign some talent, and, you know, get that whole thing going. So it's time for that now, you know. Man, it's point in my career. So. It's
definitely a demand, man. Like, they need the legendary guidance from you, bro.
Yeah, I noticed that a lot because I just do what I do. I don't really put a lot of thought, you know, into I'm going to do it, I'm going to have. I just move. Everybody in the city to know me, they know I might just come to your studio with the good vibes. And we gonna turn up. You feel me? I might leave a couple of beats. You know, I might just sit in and record your session. I won't charge. You know, man. Let me come on. I record your vocals. You know. And yeah, man. So if you're from the town, if you know me, you know that's how I rock. So I was like, well, I'm gonna come up with this Blackout music, and started my website, blackoutmusic.com.
Okay. Gotcha.
ZIK, and started that.
Type of artist you looking for, man? R&B, rap?
Yeah, man, I'm doing it all, man.
Okay.
I got some. I even got, like, if y'all familiar with the Afro beat.
I
got some Afro beat cats.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, because
diversity. I'm loving it.
I got some producers, you know, I'm working with.
Okay.
You know, because I ain't trying to do all the beats.
Right. And of course, definitely a situation like this, you're definitely educating them on the paperwork and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That's part of what I'm bringing in, because I noticed I get to talking to some of these kids, but I was in the same position. You know, at one point in time, you know, I had to learn the hard way to get on my business. You feel me? Get on my business, and you know, it's because I had to realize that I would see these cats, you know, owning these labels, you know, these top guys, these Clive Davis type guys, and I'd be like, how are they living this good? And they don't sing, they don't play, we do all the work.
Right.
And I learned that, okay, the business part of it, that's the thing, because I walk the fence, you know. I'll be in limbo in artist land and everything's going great. You don't think about that. You just glad that it came out sounding like you wanted it to sound. Right. That's satisfaction enough. Right. But then when the bills start coming,
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nobody talking about no split sheets then,
talking about, well, he and she they need this, and you like, well, it forces you to, well, I know I can monetize them. So I learned, and I see a lot of these cats, you know, they be having these views, and they produce for these guys, and they ain't getting no checks. And I'm like, that's kind of not cool. Right. So over here at Blackout Music, of course.
There you go.
We're gonna make sure, you know, man, look, we gonna do it like this. Everything is transparent. Gotcha. Of course, I'm going to make this. Yeah. You know, of course. You're going to make this, and you're entitled to do this. Right. And I'm going to give you the knowledge you need to, whereas, you know, you can do this. Just you'll have an idea of knowing what you're doing and why you're doing it. You feel me? Because, you know, it's money in this thing, man, and the digital era has really made a nice little platform for us to make residuals, you know, from, you know, you got your sound exchange. Right. That went out. Nah. You know what I mean? Nah. I'm getting these checks from these YouTube streams, which is, you know, thank God, you know, it's like, see, that went out, you know, like that, you know what I mean? We was just had to get it how we got it, you know. If you was an artist, you do your show, you get your show money. If you had a service, you know, I record cats, you know, I produce, you know, I charge you this, you know. Right. It was just straight business, you know, but now it's so much in the game, you know, as far as digital, you can't account for it all. You have to really be on your G.
You gotta be on it.
So a lot of these cats, they just like I was growing up. They fresh on the scene with it. They spend the bulk of their time, you know, as they should, on their creativity, because all this paperwork and crap, you know, it's like, You can have all the paperwork in the world on it and all the bells and whistles, but if the people ain't feeling it, bro, they just ain't feeling it.
It ain't it.
You feel me?
That ain't it, right.
That's why I say I walk the fine line. I have my days where I'm just straight oblivious to the business. I go artist mode. And then I have my days where, you know, like I said, I get with my business partner. We just discuss things that need to happen, you know, to bring us in some money. You feel me? So.
All right, so man, I see you brought something, man. What you bring, man?
Yeah, man, I brought you a nice hibiscus, you know, I like hibiscus tea.
It's good for the skin.
Yes. Also high in vitamin C.
There you go.
Boom.
Here we go. See,
this here is like real legendary right here, y'all.
Here we go. Let me see.
I'm gonna let Brink hold it up. This the digitally reproduced artwork. Shouts out to Juice. Juice is a hell of an artist. If y'all know him, he did a lot of my artwork and stuff for me. But we digitally did that cutout. You know, put the blackout. This is from the Classic Underground collection. You know, these shirts really been going hard online. And of course, we got the famous boom saying in the back, Blackout got them psycho sounds. So, bam. That's for you, my brother. I think that's about your size, right? I was trying to size you up.
We in there.
Yeah. I know we like ours a little kind of tight, little day. You know what I like? You know,
snug, But hey, I definitely appreciate that. Like I said, I love when people come on the show bringing gifts, and you definitely will see me wearing that on the upcoming episode of the Brink TV Show, man. You got any shout outs, anything before we go?
Shouts out, man, first of all to the Most High for sure, you know, for making this all possible. I gotta give thanks and praise, you know. If y'all know me, y'all know what I'm on that tip. My family, you know, like I said, Snub Nose, Juice, Eli, my brother Terra. Shouts out to SMG too while it's on my mind, my brothers, you know. Let me see, man, we got Zilla, of course, shouts out. Mun Gotti, his brother Mun. You know, Terra, like I said, my family rock Blackout music. Man, you know, Cold Red, you know, it's one of my artists, you know, Blackout music. Let me see what else I got, man. Everybody rocking with me, man. You know, y'all know what it is. I can't think of everybody at the moment, but
most definitely.
Yeah, my man. Shouts out to you, Brink TV, of course. You know, no doubts about that.
So all this
anybody
social
else
media,
family. Not to your knowledge, okay.
I got you.
Oh, my boy Riff 3 times, working all them. Big J, y'all check out Big J's. I finished Big J album. Who's that? Free Big J. Oh wow, yeah. See, so much been going on, man. You know, it's y'all be careful out there, man. A lot of these artists, man, y'all be careful. I know we gotta do, but be careful, man, because the window is closing in on us.
I feel you. So all that social media, that should be Legendary Blackout, right?
Yeah, Legendary Blackout. Shouts out to all my old school, you know, player posse, all my guys. You know, I rock with you a long way. So, you know what it is, man. Blackout music, Snub Nose. I do this for life, man. You know.
Believe that. Of course, I gotta say thanks again for coming on the show, brother. It means a lot to have you on this white couch. Like I say, gotta have some of the legendary sauce on the couch, man. Gotta do that.
Too many years, man.
Oh yeah, hey, we made it happen. With that being said, now back to more Brink TV.
True.